one. Don't play, baby, just play it straight. Straight, no games. We've been together 6 months.
Don't remember that?
Don't push for us to exchange my ways.
So what he did? Oh.
I gave my life over to you, then you turn around.
I love these songs too. Check how he. You know I grew up in the 90s. Blah blah.
Is this the life you really want? Constant illusion. Your time with me was very fun. There's no illusion. But I don't know you anymore. When you are on back.
Alright guys. If it's Serrani, and just in case you didn't know. Just in case you didn't know, yes, I love that song. What's Serrani? Mash up, oh please. Anytime I touch them. So last night I was up really late. What's really late for me nowadays is probably, if I'm not going out really late, it's probably like 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock is late to me now, and y'all probably wonder, like, on my last video I kept like doing this because I'm getting used to this hair. I don't know how long I'm gonna have it in because I don't know if I really like it. I don't know if I really like it. So I was up late last night. Y'all see me do that? I'm looking out my window because I'm nosy, and my neighbors have been having like a bashment for these kids all weekend. Look what I got, y'all. This is on sale at Victoria's Secret last weekend for $15. What's it? Yeah, $15. The Victoria's Secret pink warm and cozy. But this is a different color. I'm telling y'all, if y'all like it, just, I mean, hit me up. I'm a little tired. I'm looking tired. It probably is because I was up late and then I got up early and I was just messing around. I went to church and now I'm back and I need to do my homework. Church was awesome. I visited a new church today. It was great, and it was just talking about, like, the guy was talking about, it's so funny because this is when you know you went to a banging church and it was like completely innocent and pure. I don't even know the pastor's name. And I really don't know too much about the church. And a lot of times I think people go to a church because it's like, oh yo, that church is off the hook, it's popping, this is the pastor, and you know, this is their choir, blah blah blah. But I went just because, like, they were at the convoy that I went to, the festival yesterday, and before the festival my brother was like, yo, have y'all heard about this church? Because my mom was like, I don't want to go here, I don't want to go there. So my brother was like, well, have you heard of this church? Like, it's back off of this road and blah blah blah. So it was like, no, so we'll go there, whatever. Because it's basically, I came up in like mega churches, so I'm over it. So, I just discovered it's made out of like some marble. I don't know if you can see it in there, but anyway, I was like, alright, so we went there. We didn't know who, y'all, you know, it takes me a minute to get this webcam right. Anyway, so we went, and the guy, he was talking about God's protection, and he was just talking about God's protection in like all these different areas. Whether it be like if you're out and you're doing you and you're not even really acknowledging like the things of God, like completely, like you're just completely just doing you, like you don't even listen to like that voice that speaks to your heart anymore for like the basic things in life, like you just don't. And he talks about how like God protects you, you know, when you're in that state. And he's talking about like how God will protect you in all different types of areas, and how without God you really don't have protection from the storms of life, and like things will just come at you so much. People will like kill themselves and just lose their mind. But he talks about how God protects your mind, and God has a provision in his protection. He knows how much, because, everything is allowed by God. So he knows how much he can take, and based on what, is put out there, he knows how much to protect you sometimes. And it's so funny because I was thinking about this the other day. I do a lot of meditating in my own time. Like, I might be sitting there and I'm looking like I'm doing something, and I might be meditating on my inside person. And he said something. He was like, God will never allow more to be on you than his provision will cover you for. So if God has created something in your life and it's like a crazy storm, something you've never been through before, and you feel like, dang, I'm not really feeling no faith. It's like, where's God? A lot of times you go through a hard trial, like a real hard trial, because God is shaping you in an area. Something God is like doing in you. And I know that now that I've been walking with the Lord for a few years, I can really like look back. Like, if you said that to me a few years ago, I'll be like, no, I don't want that. I don't want to go through nothing. Like, that was my big thing. I don't want to go through nothing. People be like, well, as a Christian, you gotta go through things so God can get the glory. And I used to be like, well, I don't want to go through nothing, and I still want him to get the glory. But now I can truly say that I have been through like some really hard storms in my life where I look back and I'll be like, yo, that was a rough time in my life. But I see what God was doing. It was a time where I was traveling to New York every Tuesday and then Saturday. So I was in New York on Tuesday. I was living in Philly. I was in New York on Tuesday mornings, like 6 a.m., 5 a.m. in the morning. And then I was in Jersey like 10 o'clock every Saturday. Like, I forgot what part of Jersey, but it was like near Rutgers, like the main campus. And it was just a lot, and I was not feeling good at that time of my life. Like, I was walking with the Lord, but I had so many inner issues, so many inner battles and demons and mental things that was going on with me, that I didn't feel like doing it, but I felt God was calling me to a place to do it. So I did a 5 a.m. prayer every Tuesday for like 2 years. And I did these classes for like 6 months in New Jersey. It would be, I seem to be the caravan person. So it was like the more and more I went, the more and more people I would end up picking up and taking with me. And it was days where it was cold. I was working hard. I was in school. And I would just want to go in my bed and lay down. And as soon as I would lay down, somebody would call me and be like, T, can I stay at your house tonight so I can go with you in the morning? And I didn't want to do it, but I would feel that thing in my heart, which is the Holy Spirit, saying, get up and go. And there was times, I lied to you guys. So I keep it real. There was times where I would be crying on my way to go get somebody because inside I didn't want to do it, but I felt forced to do it. But I knew that it was that part of me that needed to die. And I needed to be more of a selfless person, because I knew that my spirit man knew that God was going to get the glory out of that person coming, and I didn't know what that person was going through. So I needed to go and get them. I needed to get out of my warm bed in my warm house and get in my cozy car and go pick them up, because they didn't have a cozy car, and Lord knows what kind of house they was living in. So, and then on top of all of that, I was dealing with my own stuff. Not wanting to go, being disgusted with church by then, just some serious things. I just didn't want to do it. And I would be, everybody else, like I would be coming from, the prayer or coming from the class, and everybody would be so excited. And sometimes I would put on this fake front, like, yes, that was awesome. God is so good. He really did a lot. But inside, I would just be like crying, like, Lord, like I'm not in a place. I hope this doesn't go too long. I'm gonna have to break it up in 2 parts. You know what? Let me do like 4 parts of this. So I'm gonna click this one off, and y'all go to part 2.